Sups? We're here at the GSL Code S, and I gotta say, man, TaeJa is a little cray-cray, man.
Killing it. Things haven't gone Soulkey's way. They just absolutely have not. He played actually really, really well in it, Chris. The first game, Whirlwind, was kind of a train wreck.
I was going to say that exact same thing. Yeah, kind of a train wreck.
Yeah. We spent
a bit of a disaster. We do, actually. It's actually irritating how many times that you say something and I'm like about to say literally the same phrase.
Yeah.
Like when who was the cereal box guy that we decided we didn't like?
Oh, the Tricks Rabbit.
Yeah, he said he was an asshole. I was about to say the exact same thing. Yeah, he is.
He is.
But I mean, that was the exact word I was going to use to describe him. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Taesis, I think we need a break. I think we need to cast with other people.
I'm okay with an open casting relationship if you are.
Well, here we go, Taesis. Do you think Soulkey can take a game off TaeJa here? Or are we going to see a 3-0?
I think 3-0 right now.
Really?
I think TaeJa's got the momentum going.
He definitely has the momentum going. But
I mean, if you're in his position right now, you're like, oh, I actually just win this.
Soulkey played a solid game that last game. So did TaeJa, obviously. But I don't know, man. If he can take this map, I think he can actually come back and take the series.
Well, we'll see. Anything's possible. Don't count Soulkey out yet. But right now, I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, these games have been brutal, and TaeJa is in good shape.
Hey, do you know what they call TaeJa in Sweden?
What?
TaeJa.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's right, Swedish people. I gotcha.
No, I had my friend owns a restaurant called Yaletown. I brought my executor there.
Yeah.
Actually, he's from Norway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, it's on this side, Yaletown. He goes, yeah, Jailtown. And walked right in. Okay, so in the upper right, we've got our Terran player. He's up 2 games. Is he going to close us out? Or is Soulkey going to come back? He is.
Liquid TaeJa.
Let's see if he has we get a shot of the Valentine's Day candy keyboard he's got. See? Look at that.
There it is.
He's clicking on maybe right now.
It looks cool.
And in the bottom left, we've got our Zerg player. Is he going to turn this around because he is down right now? He has to win the next 3 games. He is...
Soulkey.
And there he is.
There he is. Excuse me.
Okay. Time to see what these guys are wanting to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of wiggle room here for TaeJa, but I would not be shocked if he just plays a very ordinary TVZ.
Yeah, I think he probably should, because his ordinary game is looking fantastic right now. He's not doing anything fancy.
And this isn't really fancy. He's just probably going to make a second barracks down here.
Yeah.
And pressure the Zerg, and then just go back, and then he'll make a command center, and then he'll make another command center.
And then he'll get 2 gases.
Yeah, that's exactly what he'll do.
That's exactly
because that's what everybody does when they do this build.
Yeah. Now, the drone's going to scout it immediately. And that's an AI thing, because it's trying to path a way around. So he'll probably just go pool after 1 drone. He's already started the one after the hatchery, but if he makes a second drone, I'll be a bit surprised. Oh, a second drone.
Qua.
Well, you know, this is not like an 11-11 racks. This is not some sort of all-in.
Is he going to die?
It may, and in fact, that's pretty strong right there. That poor red SCV tasteless.
Well, that's annoying because this rush has been significantly slowed down now.
Yeah, significantly. And, you know, even having a red SCV out on the map. And look at this. He brought down another one repairing. Things this game going Soulkey's way.
Yeah, Soulkey's thwarted some of this already.
Yeah, this is, you know, these are some pretty significant little things that have already occurred. Like,
oh, that's smart.
That's really smart.
Oh.
Yeah, once the drone goes to actually cancel that, because he knows this is not going to work. And, in fact, even Soulkey, after scouting it, the fact that he made that second drone before even the pool, because a lot of times what you want to do if you're getting 2 racks is get the pool a little bit earlier so that you can actually get those lings out a little bit quicker, but he knew that this is never going to work out against him. So, yeah, pretty solid so far.
All right, so the spine crawler is on the way. And right now the Zerg's actually over-defending.
Yeah, way over-defending, I would say.
But there's no way that he would know that this is not a 2 racks right now. This is a good example of giving somebody a certain amount of information and then once they leave, mixing it up.
Yeah, when his drone left, the Rax was so close to completion that he's like, all right, yeah, that's
Clearly he's doing this.
Yeah, but he has been duped, Tasteless. He has been duped indeed. We have the Lings coming out. How many Marines are there? There's 4. Okay, so 4 Marines. He's going to be totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, even
I
if
don't even
those
think
Lings
he's going to try to attack into him.
No, probably. Well, 8 slow Lings, especially when you think that they have 2 Raxes. No, never. Never going to do anything ever. So we do have 2 command centers being made. Should be seeing a second gas here in just a moment, because that is how this goes.
Keep singing Artosis.
I don't know the rest of the words to the song, unfortunately. If I think of anything clever, I'll sing it for you.
That is how this goes. These are the builds I knows.
Wow. Yeah. That's great.
And don't bring me to a karaoke place. Now, we're going to have more barracks thrown down here. And I'm not going to say that one player's ahead right now, but I'm more curious about how the end game and mid game are going to pan out here.
Yeah. You know, right now what it looks like is that we have a good position for TaeJa slightly over Soulkey, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's not like enough to really say what's going on. It's going to be more involved with when these Hellions are coming out. What can they get anything done? Are they going to actually take map control because we already have speed on the way? And what strategy does Soulkey want to go for? Because as far as TaeJa goes, it's like, you know, he's going to throw down a couple eBays and say unless he wants to go Mac, and then we're just going to have him go into a standard macro play.
Well, it looks like Zerg does not have much map control at this point in time. And as Artosa said, yeah, he's going to make a bunch of Hellions right over here. Now you can actually kite those. Yeah, you can kite those behind the watchtower and kind of abuse the surface area a little bit.
Now,
and we got a layer coming up
You
here.
know what this is? I'm fairly certain that this is super quick mutas. Baneliness? Yeah, you know what? I still think it's super quick
That might
mutas.
just be some kind of defensive baneling.
Yeah, I think that's what it is,
You know?
because, you know, when your opponent goes for a 2-Rax play, they follow it up with double command center and Hellions every time. That is that's how you transition out. So to go super quick Mutalisks, you know, this is actually a very good counter to that. It's not like a free win or anything like that, but you can definitely get in there, kill some SCVs off, and mess up their momentum, and mess up exactly what they were going for, and especially this time, since we have a Banshee on the way.
Really nice control here by TaeJa. And I mean, again, Soulkey's getting beaten back with ease, to be frank. Now the Spire's coming up here. He should be able to defend that third base with the mutas. And I do like that he's getting Burrow. I really wish we saw Burrow use just a little bit more.
Yeah,
I feel like actually you should just never not get Burrow unless you're doing some really wonky timing build or something.
Yeah, and Burrow is pretty fantastic.
And that is a landed mule.
Yeah, that was... I think that was...
I think he was making a bunker there or something? Was that what
He was, yeah, he was making a bunker, so it may have been to help repair or something?
Well, it doesn't make any sense because he just started it, so...
Well, it was... I think it was halfway done, right? But yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That timing makes no sense.
Yeah. I don't think he was trying to distance. I don't know, it was just kind of a weird...
It wasn't like an accident with the scan. You know what? You might have just messed up positional hotkeys, or you know, maybe had his SCV hotkeyed on something he thought it was a command center or something like that. Hard to say exactly. But anyways, the Spire is going to be finishing up really, really soon here.
I got to say, up until, well, I mean, it's probably going to change when the Spire finishes, but, I mean, look at TaeJa. He has got this map on lockdown.
Yeah, he does. But I think this is about to go well into Soulkey's favor.
Think so?
Yeah, with 7 mutas on the way. He hasn't scouted that yet, as far as I know. Let me just double check on that. Yeah, he hasn't. Oh, there you go. He just said that was perfect timing on that scan. The mutas are building. In fact, that's a little heartbreaking for Soulkey, because those mutas could have flown around the map and not been seen until they got into the base, in which case no missile turrets, nothing in position ready, a ton of SCVs will go down. This is huge momentum shift, but instead TaeJa is going to be completely ready for them.
I think a lot of times we see Zergs too often just put the Spire like right next to the minerals in their main, and that's too typical of where you're going to be scanned. You could put an Overlord somewhere. I guess you could use a creep tumor too, but put an Overlord somewhere, drop some creep, even put it inside your base or something, but put a Spire somewhere where they're just not as likely to scan.
Yeah, and in fact, we're seeing a lot of that right now in the heart of the Swarm beta, because You have to be even more ready for mutas, especially in PvZ. So,
Oh, yeah, well,
been
they're so
seeing a
fast.
lot. I've actually been sending hallucinations around the edges of the map, knowing that there's probably a Spire under an Overlord somewhere. But,
Yeah, that's smart.
but no, you're right. That's having scanned that. If that was somewhere like in the corner of his base under Overlord creep, where it couldn't have been seen, no turrets ready, and these mutas could have done some significant damage. But instead, I mean, the mutas are still going to be useful for cleaning up drops and the like, but it's really nice to get in there, get like 10 SCV kills suddenly. Know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, Jelly Bean,
Yep.
right?
Yes, I do, Crocodile.
I feel like only one of our viewers are going to understand the joke with that.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry,
now
guys.
this could be huge.
But Siege Shank there.
And the Marines should be able to gun this down. All right, he bruises the SCVs, but damaging them doesn't really matter if they can still do their job.
Yeah, it was a nice try. If there wasn't a Siege Shank there, he could have gotten perhaps some significant damage done.
Some terrible, terrible damage.
I wouldn't say two terribles, maybe terrible damage, but not terrible. It's not like a
Not Dustin Browder damage.
No, it's not quite that much. That's a lot of damage.
I wonder what kind of damage can be dealt out in the heart of the swarm.
Pretty
Could it be like
significant
really,
damage.
really bad damage?
Super bad damage.
Super bad damage.
Well, we do have 1-1 finishing up here for Soulkey. A little bit later than Zergs normally do like it, especially since TaeJa has that 2-2 on the way. TaeJa getting himself into another great macro position here. Creep.
Well, he has just sealed himself off entirely.
Yeah.
I mean, anything. Watch, Zerg's going to poke in here. No damage is really going to get done.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's threatening this, but I don't think he even thinks he can do any damage here. And unfortunately for him, we actually have a nice big group of Hellions going down to his additional base on the fourth.
Anything that gets to these Hellions is good. The Hellions are not as important later on in this
No,
game,
they
so he might as well just try to do as much damage as possible.
And that was a good cleanup by Soulkey, but those Hellions were not something that
That was not
TaeJa really
that's not a
needed.
victory for Soulkey.
He doesn't even really want those in supply. Oh,
Dun,
man.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, very well done right there. And moves like that, man, those can be game changers.
Yep.
Now TaeJa is out here, so it looks like Soulkey wants to see if he can maybe get in and do some damage, but there's a lot of defense at that third. A supply depot wall, a bunker, a siege tank, and
Wow,
nice
he just
targeting.
All right, now really good job here. Nice, using that to really soak up all the Banelink damage. I noticed the Banelings didn't actually get really any SCVs. I think they probably got a few casualties up there, but not what he wanted to do.
Nah, yeah.
And if you can just lose depots in a tank and a bunker to get rid of their Banelings, that's worth it, man.
Nope, totally.
They wasted way more gas than you, which is generally the measurement for whoever lost most gas, whatever costed more gas, as you say, in a battle.
Yeah.
That's how you tell who actually was ahead.
Yeah. Well, as far as resources lost, they are really similar right now, so. Well, what really matters, though, that I see here, Tasteless, is that creep has never been up in the middle. Hold on, though. We do actually have another little roll-in.
Not as much damage, I think.
No, he's got his mutas in that main base, though. But what that means is that this base will fall.
And it's very possible the third base is going to fall. I believe there's a macro hatch in the third base.
Oh, he can't lose that third, then. That third
No.
is way
There's
too
not
important.
a macro hatch. Can you check for me, actually? Is there a macro hatch? It's just,
No.
Okay, so it's just a clump of Banelings.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And, well, you know what? Soulkey's doing a lot of damage, actually, over at TaeJa's base, so this is getting pretty rough for TaeJa right now. The mutas have actually been worth way more than you would expect. And, in fact, he's killed off 31 SCVs at this point, bringing him down to 35 SCVs. So TaeJa's economy it's in shambles.
Yeah. And now he's going to go. I think there's a possibility he's going to hit the center left base. He had to have scanned there. It's so popular to expand to that location earlier now. All right, that's a lot of losses there on those mutas. And he backs out. But it looks like, hold that thought. We got, man.
Well, we do have another big TaeJa attack here, taking out another fourth base of Soulkey, but Soulkey with so many Banelings actually rolling in.
This is actually an ungodly amount of Banelings right now.
That is, man.
Man.
Well,
he's not even really. I think actually he lost. Oh, what? He didn't get the. He's really. Okay, there we go.
And this is pretty powerful by Soulkey. TaeJa's. Oh my God, that's a big
I
drop.
think everything's falling apart so quickly.
Yeah, TaeJa.
There's a high chance that he just loses this.
He's taking some big risks here, and that's what he needs to do, but I don't know that those risks are going to be able to pay off.
There's just too many banelings. He just harvested way too much gas.
Looks like he will finish off this hatchery, but Soulkey's holding at least his 3 base down steady, whereas TaeJa is having a hard time holding on to anything.
Well, for TaeJa, it's like a game of whack-a-mole or something where he's just trying to get rid of the 4th base.
TaeJa has 13 SCVs right now.
Oh my God.
So that's not many SCVs, Tasteless. That's
Yeah.
not enough to mine from 1 base at full efficiency. So his economy is dead as a doorknob, Tasteless, and I don't know if he can actually come back from here at all, to be honest.
Well, let's see. He needs to be very careful with the units he has remaining, since that's all that he can produce for the time being. 15 SCVs to 77, that's an insane difference.
Yeah.
And now you can see Soulkey's transferring drones to his expansion. This is going to be rough. Now remember, if Soulkey overextends, though, then Soulkey's in a lot of trouble because TaeJa will then have a leg in here.
Well. Oh, nice little burrow. Oh, almost.
He didn't see that then. I thought he did.
No, I think it was just because it was on the high ground there. But yeah, we have.
How did he see
Great
it?
Aspire on the way.
I see what happened. It was the watchtower that he saw up there with. Okay. I was like, well, how did he hit that investor with the tank? And he's going to attack over here again. Now, TaeJa's defense is pretty good here, but he didn't. Oh, no, he actually squeezes right through there.
Yeah, it's a nice setup, but there's a lot of units in here for Soulkey, and even more SCVs look like they will, in fact, fall down to 13 SCVs once again, and the 2 Mutalist 20-minute harassment. Uh-oh.
It's the casting Archon Mutas.
Which of us is the orange one, Tasteless? You like
you
Halloween.
are.
You can be the orange one.
I'm the orange one, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. I got transfused by the Queen first. That's fine with me. Now, No! All right, so now
I
you're
always overextend.
classic Artos. You got 4 HP right now.
All right, well, as Soulkey right now, I love that he's just kind of taking additional bases. He's cleaning up, and he drops there trying to come at him. TaeJa's trying to get an attack going at the same time as this drop, but he's down right now by 75 supplies.
Okay,
so.
he can't be doing this.
No, he cannot.
He's trying to poke when there's like nothing that he can poke without losing a finger.
He's trying to poke a bear right now, Tasteless.
Yeah, don't do that.
And the bear isn't hibernating, so it's not something that you might think that you could do. Well,
the bear has serious issues with being touched. The bear doesn't like germs.
No.
All right, well, he does get that. That's something. I gotta say this is pretty commendable what he's managed to do over here. But now he's actually being forced to micro away from his medivacs. He can't pick this up now.
Yeah.
He's trying to loop around.
And a nice pickup there by TaeJa, but Soulkey supply over doubling TaeJa's right now. This is just a matter of time before TaeJa GG's.
Yeah, TaeJa's running out of air right now.
I don't know what map we're on right now with this screen twisted like that.
Oh, that does look weird.
Doesn't it?
All right, so
I'm getting dizzy.
now, as you can see, he's going to go ahead and move out now. And I guess this is going to be the end here. I mean, Zerg's maxed out. There's Baneling landmines everywhere.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty dead skis in a second.
Oh, there's going to be just... Oh, come on. All right.
He just blew it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'll damage this tank slightly. Well,
well, yeah, as I say quite often, expect GG any second here.
Yeah.
TaeJa's dead. I mean, just he hasn't left the game yet. I mean,
he keeps on. The reason he's staying in basically is he keeps killing these bases. So he realizes that Soulkey is barely mining as well, and that's a good reason to stay in the game because you might be able to get them to overextend once, and suddenly they haven't been mining because you've been killing bases.
Yeah, I mean, if Soulkey makes a mistake, then yeah, sure. I mean, TaeJa can come back and keep playing this.
It would have to be a pretty vicious mistake, like run up to the Terran army, then burrow everything. And just sit there, burrowed, waiting
and
for him to
unplug your keyboard.
Yeah, something like that. Soulkey going to continue to attack in here right now. Gets those infestors up into the main base.
Now he did wipe out the 5th base over here at the center left.
Yeah, TaeJa continues to kill off bases, but the army that Soulkey's getting, he's working on his unit composition. He's been maxed forever. and just going plenty of Broodlords, plenty of Infestors, and that's going to be something absolutely unstoppable. Again, you would have to cast 0 Fungals, and we'd have to see fantastic
and you probably have to turn off your monitor or something. Hi, Tosis.
Hey, Tasis, how's it going?
How's it going, dude? We're just waiting for this attack to occur, guys.
Yeah.
TaeJa has no way of actually knowing what the supply is right now of Soulkey, and Soulkey obviously being down all these
about
games.
to find out,
very conservatively.
And that's a very nice fungal growth going down, and way too much for TaeJa. TaeJa's supply plummeting down right now, sub 40.
GG. All right.
All right, Tasteless. I'm staying true to my prediction. I think Soulkey's going to come back here.
Wow, okay. I'm still leaving with TaeJa here.
He played a very strong game. Every game he's played, he's looked better than the last.
That's true. He is getting his groove back here.
He could be like Goku, where he has to go to the brink of death before he comes back strong enough to kill anybody.
He's going to be like Bruce Willis.
Where he gets beaten up till the very end of the movie.
Bruce Willis is actually so good at almost bleeding to death in every movie he's ever been in.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like,
it's awesome.
If, you know, some people are typecasted as like cops, or somebody's typecasted as like the jerk boss. Like, you look at him and I'm like, this guy can basically look like he's about to pass out from pints of blood being lost.
Well, he's typecasted as a guy with a gun that is bleeding all the time.
Yeah.
Did you see the new G.I. Joe movie trailer? I just saw it today.
No, I didn't even know there was going to be a new G.I. Joe.
It's got The Rock and Bruce Willis in it. I can't wait.
You know, those guys are laughing all the way to the bank with that,
oh,
man.
my God. They're
how many millions of dollars?
They're laying in a wheelbarrow full of money going to the bank.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, Belshir Vestige. Do you think TaeJa's going to take this, or are we going to go to Game 5, Tasteless? Because you keep saying that TaeJa's going to win.
Well, he won on Whirlwind, so...
That is true. He won on Whirlwind.
He won on Whirlwind.
It's a good point.
I'm at this point in time.
Point there, Tasteless.
All right. The game's loading.
That's right.
How many movies does Bruce Willis actually die in?
Bruce Willis died? Let me think. I don't know if I've seen it. He probably has. He probably has in something, but I can't think of it.
I don't know, man. Well, we're going to see if Soulkey's going to die here, if TaeJa's going to close this out, or Soulkey's going to come back here, TaeJa's going to close this out.
Bruce Willis, the answer, Tasteless. He's